What up, what up, what up, man? Gassing TV, we are in the building again. Today we got
Baby.
Hazim, right?
You know what it is, SJ, boy? Your boy Zim up in the
Yeah.
house.
Zim, aka Zim, that's way back, man. I know that, okay? I've known him for a while, but before I get started, man, where can they contact you on social media if they need to or if they want to reach out to you?
Hit me up on the book, baby, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'll be at, bro. You know what I'm saying? SJ, like St. James. Hazim, man. You know what it is.
Man, so from back in the day, for music, that's why we first met.
Right.
I think I was working with Third Degree, and we was working with Evil Oak, I think
Okay,
at that time.
okay, yeah,
And then
yeah.
You dropped that CD. And I
Yeah,
was just
man,
like, man, where did it come from? I got to tell y'all the story, though. You know what I mean? It's a story, evolving story, and it's dope. You know what I mean? So we was both out there doing music. You know what I mean? Hood music, hip hop, rap, and there's different forms of it. But I've always thought you was dope. You know what I mean? When I first heard that CD, I'm like, wow, who's that? Because it wasn't the normal from what we heard at that time.
Right.
So I met, and as the years go, it was always a mutual respect. Always show me love when I seen you out in traffic. You know what I mean? And at that time, I was in the streets, heavy. You know what I mean?
Right,
everybody has that time in their life where they do that. But to where you're at now, as far as in the community, man, you're having meetings with the police, you're having meetings with the community, speaking with people, having different events. Where did that change come from, or what inspired you to?
Man, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the whole story. Some of the stuff that you alluded to. When I got back from the East Coast, I see my guy Evil Oak, Dewey Washington.
Yes.
And this man done put a tape out. He put a tape out. I think it may have been '92. I mean, it could have been '93. I think it was between '92 and '93. But you know, he was the first one here to actually put a tape out. You know, that you had people like T-Town Rockers, people like Gucci guys who was doing music, but he actually put a tape out. So when I got back in town, I was looking for this brother with a flashlight in the daytime because I'm like, bro, you're gonna have to produce something for me. I need your stuff. So we got together and see in hip hop, like my guy was talking about the 5 elements and everything. I'm big on syllables and pauses and everything like that. That's why it's like Zim be clever as ever, never saving no business. You know what I'm saying? All that type of stuff. That's that no coke in my Remy my guy's talking about. And so looking at pauses and all those other type of things was one thing. But I had one of my guys who got behind my music early on, and that was the homie J Dub, and put a lot of money behind me. You know, we were the first ones to bring Cash Money out here to Kansas City. We was doing shows with them actually before Lil Wayne even had an album. We're doing shows back in like '97 and everything. But, you know, my guy, he caught a case and had to do 10 years flat. Some different things changed, you know, in my lifestyles. I was just met my wife, my fiance at that time, and I was doing some changes. So what happened was I turned directions and I actually started using hip hop more of a tool for teaching and also as therapy for myself. You know what I'm saying? When I get to writing, because I always say in hip hop, it's impossible to heal if you won't be real. So you got to be honest with yourself first and foremost. If you ever want to be able to heal on the inside or anything, because hip hop is communication, unadulterated type transparency. You know, that's how I look at it. But I got involved with the whole community thing just because as I was moving forward and mentoring with some young people, you know, really my daughter was the first one. You know, I started working with her in hip hop when she was 6. And then she met her rap partner, Micaiah, at Hillcrest. And so, you know, so it was, you're talking about my daughter started going there at 4 and everything. And so as things proceeded, they formed this group and we started learning how to do different things.
And if y'all haven't seen Candy Girls, right?
Yep, the OCGs now. They don't like being called the Candy Girls because, you know, they older now. They cool, you know what I'm saying?
But you can see the transition of when y'all started to, man, y'all been some places.
Right, you know what, they've done a lot, man. You know, they've opened up for Lil Bootsy. You know what I'm saying? They performed with a lot of big names. You know, they had the Popper, a salute to Walt Lee on a song. They had Busy, you know what I'm saying, from the town. And have linked with a lot of other people and just have, you know, I mean, Rich the Factor, they was on his compilation. He reached out. He loves them girls. He's like, hi, talk. Yo, Zane, yo, straight up, man. Like your girls, bro.
Cause you had him down, cause y'all had him down at KC on top of was it
Right,
Seventh
right,
Heaven?
at the Seventh Heaven.
Yep.
You know, that was Rich's Labor Day event. So he hit us up on the gram. I'm also on Instagram under Creative Pathways and Means.
Tap in.
You know, I'm on Twitter under Project Forward 3. You know, but I'm really on the book most of the time. But yeah, so they got support from all the OGs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So they they write all their own stuff now.
I like them. Y'all need to if you haven't checked them out,
OCGs.
go check them out. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
Check them out. In the Project Forward, you brought that up. So if I'm correct, the first Project Forward is when you had the event at Hillcrest.
That was the first Project Forward. That was, I believe, that was March 24th of 2018.
Yep.
Yeah. So when that came about, it was a brainchild to where I wanted to have a multicultural event on the east side of town. I didn't have a real motive to the mission. It wasn't a push for mentorship or volunteerism, and had very little collaboration compared to what this year's had. Yes. So what happened, and plus it was in March and it was cold. It was almost 39, 40 degrees at times. Still had a great time. It wasn't the most organized, but it was good. It happened. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the potential for that. You know, they did a ribbon cutting. So we had Commissioner Cook out there. We had Councilwoman Hiller. We had John Knight, you know, the director of Shawnee County Parks and Recs. So it was good. But then the day after, I always look at everything with brutal honesty. What did I do good? What did I do bad? What I did bad was collaboration. And I put it all together within a 7-week period from the genesis to the revelation of it. So the next year, I planned over a year and about 4 months for this new one because we pushed it back to June. It's always going to be the first Friday of June.
First Friday of June.
First Friday of June and Saturday. It's always going to be a 2-day event. But you know, the way the collaborations happen and everything, and you know,
I was reaching out to you.
Oh yeah. Now it's I just got to pick and choose who I meet with now but I was so busy this last year building these relationships and everything. I was having sometimes 7 meetings in a day, and we're talking about. I probably had, at a modest thing, I probably had about 700 meetings last year.
And this is all for the Project Forward?
This was all for Project Forward. You know, and there were some meetings where I had over 50 leaders, you know, at the police station where I just had everybody meet at different times. And we're talking about, you know, high level type of people. So, it just got embraced. You know, they love the mentorship and volunteerism aspect of it because I believe that's the only thing that can help.
I mean,
help with the fabric of our community.
And you got the community coming in to volunteer and help. So the project for that event happened before the Juneteenth. And you had them in all of the different communities.
Right.
And was that just to?
You know,
I like that. I like that.
You know, we don't have celebrations in Eastgate very often. We don't have celebrations in Ripley very often and things like that. You know, we had a video game tournament at the public library. The public library saw people they've never seen before. Right. You know, we had the breakfast at the Cyrus Hotel. We bought out the Shawnee North Aqua Park so people could swim for free. We bought out the Kansas Discovery Center so people could go in there for free.
Y'all listening?
3-on-3 tournament. Had a 3-on-3 tournament. I got my trap suit. You can't really see it, but they my sweats. I can't wear the jacket because it's hot. You know, that was for Justice Mitchell. We had a 3-on-3 tournament. Angela Lee, shout out to her. We did that. Man, there was a lot that went on that weekend, and then we had the downtown event and everything like that. So, and we've got over 250 people signed up to be volunteers and mentors, and it's still growing. Yep. So, yeah.
So you still need mentors, or if y'all wanting to reach out, please. I think that's one of the big things. Mentors and helpers, please sign up. You know what I mean? Please sign up.
Right, and you can. I got the form. I'll be putting it on my Facebook page quite often. If I don't have it on there, feel free to inbox me, ask for it, or I have it on my Project Forward page too. It's Project Forward Top City. You can find that on on the book, Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
He's always on there promoting it, tagging people, pushing stuff. So please, and you also have, I like your inspirational videos, or when you know what I mean, the videos that you post on your page. At one point in time, you was doing them every few days.
Yeah, I was doing them pretty often. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to that. You know, it's just right now I'm putting some other things together in the mental housing group. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes it's time to spill out, and sometimes it's just time to kind of build up. So right now, man, I'm relaxing some. I'm trying to because last week last year was heavy. So
you gotta relax a little bit.
Right, definitely. And people who don't know, man, Lil Logan, I know he said it, but he was in the rap game early, bro. I mean, early, right. You know, and has always still had his hand in different stuff with other artists and stuff. So, you know, I mean, you know, I ain't been on the show yet, so I'm like, man, I gotta get on.
We need you. We need you. I was at work. He hit me up at work. I'm on the phone trying to text him back, like, yeah, is this time cool? I'm cool with that. But I mean, it's a big thing to me. It's like, we started off with, like you said, an idea. I was doing it myself. My guy Matt, he was like, man, I got you. Let's set it up. You need to do it this way. And we literally went with these ideas that we came up with and just keep pushing the limit. Like now we're gonna start going out in the field. So when you have these events, we're gonna start coming out interviewing. Yeah. We can interview in the field now.
That's dope. And I was gonna tell you this. There's something that I'm on right now. I just got off the phone with my homie Walt Lee. You know, the popper, done dealer about the city. You know what I'm saying? So we've both been going through some different things since, you know, I'm on the board of Police Athletic Leagues and also on that council with strengthening police community partnerships. Right. So I'm with the cops a lot, you know, and then I'm with, you know, people like the mayor, city manager, whatever. So what happens is there's some people in some circles who be like, man, I ain't fooling with that cat. He be running with the cops. You know what I'm saying? Or then sometimes I'll be around some of my upper crust white people and I might get kind of loud or whatever. And then they be like nervous. Oh man, he's a little too black right now. Right. A little too black right now. You know, and then some other people like, you know, he ain't black enough because he want a white Jesus to represent him. Or whatever, a lot of different stuff. So I came out with a song that I'm making right now called How Black Do You Want Me? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I am too black. I'm not black enough. I heard it all. I had enough. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we do so much for white comfort, you know, seriously.
We need to think about it.
And then if, you know, sometimes when you're making strides in the community and you're moving up and you're dealing with a lot of the upper crust, you know, Caucasians and everything, some people can feel a certain way about that if they really don't know you or know your history or whatever and think that you're a token or whatever like that. But my whole thing is you're never going to be enough for what people's expectations are. So this song, and it's even got a rock feel to it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I kind of embrace my inner grunge.
That's
you know what I'm saying? I'm a little too black right now, making you uncomfy. I'm a little too black right now, making you uncomfy. Then it'll be like, so how black you want me? Too black. How black you need me? Too black. I'm a little too black right now, making you uncomfy. Hey, so yeah, I'm kind of
I can't wait to hear that. When's that go? You have a date when that's going to come out?
Man, we're working on some different stuff because I kind of want it to be used as kind of a tool because I'm thinking about different video ideas. Like we could be in a private school and have, you know, one of the, you know, black guy who's, you know, definitely been raised in a white community. Right. And then you'll have somebody else who might be a white guy who may have been raised in a black community. And the white guy is acting too black.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And then, so we kind of switch it on them. And then, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, a lot of times people associate blackness with being boisterous.
Yeah,
is that boisterous?
Right. Right, loud. right.
So anyway, I just think it's, I just love the space I'm in right now and like the creativity and everything.
I like it. And you can see it, man. I mean, you can see it when you in the videos in regards to the events that you do. You can see it glow as far as work. I mean, you love what you're doing. And that's what I think makes a difference in what you're doing. Some people do it and don't love it. You can see that you actually love it.
Yeah, I can dig it. I really do enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So man, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I want to help with racial relations. Okay. I want to help with you know, it's like one thing we could be upset at the cops and say, you know, all of them suck. You know what I'm saying? I don't like none of them. I won't even fool with them. But then we're setting ourselves up for failure because we are not actually trying to help things on a local level. Everything has to start on a local level before it goes national. And like Nipsey Hussle, he had a meeting already set up with the chief of police the day before he died.
Yep.
So
And that's what a lot of people didn't even know.
Didn't even know that. So he was on some of the same stuff. You know, not me comparing myself to Nipsey Hussle, but what I'm saying is a lot of people respect Nipsey Hussle as a gangster and other things like that, and, you know, not a sellout or whatever. But as far as seeing me with the chief of police, sometimes people associate that with a sellout, or I'm fooling with the cops and I'm political now.
You're just trying to make it shake for us. I mean, make it a better place. We get it. Some officers, it goes back to what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Man, that's
you know what
it,
I mean?
man.
I'll be right back. Let me.
Tire squeal still pops off. There's shots coming. Glocks busting, leaving the block and it drops something. Whole block running, they knowing the cops coming. First 48 for the Jakes, the clock's running. No snitching, won't turn over, they not budging. They know them killers dip with a stick, never missing a day. Fully modified, clipping the cake, the big bully if you get in the way. They on the block like gritting for pay. In the kitchen with their palms itching, raw chickens cooking coke, flipping the J. Hitting corners in the Chevrolet. Dirty D's for cheese on 30 blocks, the American way. One time hitting the block and double time thugs ditching they rock. 3 time felons hitting the gas and 4-way stop signs they smashing. Ghetto athletes dipping and dashing and whatnot. Catch a $150 a buck shot. No rabbit foot, this where your luck stop. Reality Jack. Block episodes, we know when they must stop. Around the way, girl caught a stray at the bus stop. Seen a life fade, laid dead on the street curb. Now she resurrected by a tat in a t-shirt. And it's a long road, these hard years ain't over yet. Married couples getting divorced over debt. Losing life savings and homes over bets. SRS taking your kids over neglect. And you can get murdered today over a text by somebody jealous who felt you overstepped. People rob their own family over a check or road rage. You may get shot over a wreck. Yeah, so I just filling up some time while you was gone. You know what I'm saying? That my guy's crying. Oh, it's my dude. Yes. But yeah, man, that's about it, man. Just out here trying to make a little bit of a difference. People who haven't ever volunteered, we'd like to see them volunteer at least for a couple hours, just in a whole year.
Okay.
But we just trying to get people to put some skin in the game.
Okay. All right. So, man, please reach out. If you got some time, you want a mentor, please do that. We need it. And that way, man, anything else you need to say? Or
That way.
That way.
That way.
Signing off, y'all. Gas Inc. TV.